David. I am the co-chair of Dice Tech's D-Pads. We are doing some more warm-ups for Extra Life tonight. Our event is going to be November 7th and 8th, starting at 10 a.m. Eastern. We invite you to join us on that day as we stream. You know what I should be doing here? While I'm thinking about it, I almost forgot my overlay. I need my other overlay. Give me just a second here. I'm probably going to be doing a little bit of a shorter stream tonight just because I kind of got started late. It's a little bit later in the evening my time. It's about 10 o'clock here, and I've been going since about 5 o'clock this morning. So going to be probably a little bit shorter stream tonight, but I am going to remember to get my Dixper overlay going. So if you look down in our About section, you should be able to see a list of donation rewards, and I'm going to put the link up in the chat because the panel is still broken as far as I know. The donation panel down below in our About section is broken, but the link that I'm dropping in the chat works. So if you want to leave a donation, hit that link that's in the chat. You can see it just popped up there. It's also up at the top of the screen there. And when you hit the donate button on that page, once my interface connects, once you hit the donation on that page, it should, theoretically, it should give you some options for some fun things you can do to mess around with my stream at different donation levels. So feel free. There we go. I think that was it connecting, maybe? We'll see. Perhaps. Perhaps. Are we connected? Yes, we are synced. Okay, so theoretically, if you follow that link in my chat, that'll take you to our donation page. Select me as your recipient of the donation. And when you hit the donate button, it should pop up a little list of fun things that you can do to mess around with my game here. I'm going to keep going with Silas, my necromancer from last time. And we were playing this in legacy mode last time, so I wonder if it'll load into legacy mode, or if I'm going to have to use the hotkey to toggle it back there. We'll find out. We shall find out. Nice thing is, after kind of cleaning up my system a little bit, removing some of the outdated overlays and stuff in my streaming studio, my stream, knock on wood, seems to be running a little bit more smoothly now. Yeah, see, last time I was talking about the procedural generation of this thing, and the exit out into the lands had appeared over on the right-hand side of the camp over here, and now it's up to the north here. I'm kind of thinking northwest, east, and south here. The funny part is, the very first time I ever played was with the Amazon, and it appeared down in the south, and now whenever it appears anywhere else, it kind of messes with my head a little bit. Okay, so I had a bunch of stuff when we ended last time. I literally dropped off after we finished playing last time. I didn't go trade anything, I didn't sell anything. Oh, yeah, and I need to be in legacy mode. I want to be in legacy mode. Do not like javelins as much as I like throwing knives. Cracked buckler, defense 5, defense 4. Yeah, we're gonna dump that one. I got some throwing potions. I never use stamina potions. We're getting to the point where these lower level potions aren't going to be doing us any good because we've got light potions now. Let's go ahead and toss those in there. I'm going to keep a couple of light mana potions. Maybe one of those. The rest of this. The rest of this can go over in the thing till we can finally get some identity tomes unlocked. We need to get some of those tomes and fill them up. It's amazing how quickly the stash fills up with unidentified stuff. And these are just some real nice... I'm gonna go ahead and sell that. It's a nice club, but, you know, I can find better stuff. Oops. Toss that in the shared. Strangling gas. Back to Geed real quick, and then we'll get back out into the lands, going to our next quest. So the last time I had played, we had died. I had died once. You guys were with me. You guys were watching, right? Right? You were all with me. I had died once. Down in the cave here, level 1. I already cleared out the cave once, so I don't think I want to go back down there again as of this moment. But I do need to get me some skeletons. Alright, got my little army started. Go ahead and toss a curse out there. Oh, and I did level up last time. Totally forgot about that. Curse everybody. Back off here. And duck some fulminators in there. Look at all the loot dropping. Yes, go to work, my little minion army. Come on.
Impossible.
I'm out of fulminators. Let them focus on the battle while I focus on collecting my stuff. The funny part is that, go ahead and take one of these. I'm getting a lot of stuff for other classes and not a lot of stuff for my class. That's unfortunate. Might end up having to get rid of one of the skeletons there, which I might be able to do, because I actually do have multiple points in there, 3 skeletons total, and I don't think, even though it's +1 to skeletons, I don't think, it's still maxed out at 3 skeletons, so I might actually be able to, I can actually probably swap to a different weapon once I have a decent one. Oh, it actually did swap me to a dagger. Interesting. Yeah, I can actually probably swap this out for something that's a little bit better than that. I've got some stuff back in the stash, or if I find a better weapon out here. Oops. I held down too many keys and ended up pressing Control-Tab by accident. mean, I'm still killing stuff, but I'd like to kill stuff a little bit faster. Need to start getting into some of the bigger batter spells now that I've kind of maxed out my skeletons there. Go get them, skeletons. Good boys. Oh, and I keep forgetting I leveled up. Sweet. Pretty sure I can have golems active at the same time. I'm pretty sure I can have a golem active at the same time. Bump my mana up. That's going to be the most important. Put a little bit into strength just for trying to get my damage up a little bit, but it's not going to go up a hell of a lot just because, you know, weapon I'm using. Okay, so skill tree. Oh yeah, I've got my bone armor. Let's go ahead and throw that on, and then toss me out a golem. There we go. And then flip that back. Okay, that one does 2 to 4, that one does 1 to 4, so yeah, we need a better weapon. We're at the point. Ready to swap out my +1 skelly wand for something a little bit better. Cannot wait until I can get Deckard. Get him to identify stuff for me.
I am overburdened.
Yeah, wow, you are overburdened. Okay. Might have to run back to the portal. I do not want to use up my potion. Might be a good spot to start switching to the throwing knives, because those do a heck of a lot more damage. Yep, still got my 3 skeletons, so wand is no longer helpful. Because now I can do this. This.
I can't carry anymore.
And no, you can't carry anymore. Hey, there's a scroll of identify. Love it when the shamans summon each other back with that Bichibosh. Still one around here, huh? Alright, get that scroll of
I can't carry anymore.
Okay, I am really overburdened. Okay, might have to use that scroll of town portal. Let's get rid of those bolts for a second. Go ahead and pick up the scroll of identify. I think there was another one over here. Yay, more fulminating potions. Love me the fulminating potions. There we go, scroll of identify. Let's see. That's for the assassin only. Maybe. I think I'd rather identify maybe the sash, since that's a better defense. Yeah, let's go ahead and identify this. I'll take thorns. Anytime. I'm not that far from the thing, so I think I'm gonna... Really? Is there another one around here? There you are. Accidentally hit her. Ooh, that's time. I think I want to... Yeah, we've got those boots there. Probably should have saved one of those identifies for the boots more than anything else. Let's go ahead and drop a couple of those. Nab those boots. Oh, I did save one. Okay, cool. Doomshank. Plus one, lightning resistant. Yeah, sure. I'll take those. Let's go ahead and take the rejuvenation potion. And the light healing potion. And maybe we'll get lucky and we'll have the stony field. And maybe, just maybe... One thing about throwing it, rip through them pretty quick. Yeah, I need to find the waypoint. I'm kind of cycling potions and stuff in and out here. Keep that, drop that. Take the buckle. See if we can find... Don't need to refill shrine. Oh, hello.
I can't.
Oh, speaking of Rakanishu. Thank you. That level up couldn't have come at a more opportune time because I totally flunked on the thing I was trying to do right then. Thank you. Sweet. We'll go ahead and drop that one. No, drop that one for a ring. Preserved head. Interesting. That's a shield?
I can't use this yet.
Interesting. And then that thing's going to take a ton of space. Okay. I guess, let me see. Can we find the waypoint? I need the waypoint. We'll go back and collect all the stuff if I can just find the waypoint. Problem is they can sometimes generate pretty far in here. Hey, speak of the devil. Nope, that's a well. Never mind. Thought that was the waypoint. It wasn't. Good thing is I still got my army with me. The waypoint does usually generate along the road somewhere, though, so... I might just have to use that town portal. Didn't want to use it because I don't have any left. Hey, there we go. I didn't want to use it because I don't have any left. I wanted to use it for, like, an emergency if I have to, like, get out of a dungeon or something real quick. And I knew that the waypoint was around there somewhere, so I just was kind of being stubborn. Unidentified. That can be sold, actually. Preserved head. And a buckler. 3 to 6 damage. I think Geed might carry some potions, but in the meantime, throwing knives and some extras. Keep the fulminating potions. How many of those do I have? 17. Kind of like to stockpile those up a little bit more. The wand can now be sold. The low quality sash can be sold. We will go ahead and start swapping these out. So I do not need 40 billion minor mana potions. Considering I'm, like, barely using them right now. Alright, need...
Yes?
Don't need that. Don't need that. We're gonna keep those just so I've got a backup on those. I think I'm gonna swap that guy out for that scimitar that I had. Either that or... Yeah, there we go. Just swap between them. See if I can... I think there is probably another buckler. Rejuvenation, keep that. Ooh, I've got a second. Okay. I'm getting stocked up on potions pretty well, so we'll just get rid of those. Don't think I want to sell any of these. And he does not sell identifies. Don't
What you
think
need?
she does either. I think there's somebody in town that does sell them. Plus 4 to energy. Defense 10. It's not bad actually, but I've got a cap in there. I just gotta remember who it is that actually sells the stuff. Is it a car?
Good evening.
Car? Do you sell identifies? Hey, there's those tomes. Yes, I would like to buy a Tome of Town Portal, and I will buy a Tome of Identify as well. We'll go ahead and put that in there. I have the money for it. I'm gonna do it. Sweet. I need a whole bunch of identifies. Alright, we're gonna go identify a bunch of this crap. See what we can sell, see what we can keep, see what we can equip. Privat stash. Alright, let's start. I'm really interested to see what this preserved head is. Faster, 2 to 7 point, 1 to corpse explosion, and 1 to T, and 1 to amplify damage. I love it. No. I want you to Eagle orbs. So those are for sorceresses. Oh, that can actually be sold. Yeah, I just can't use that because that's a paladin thing. That didn't actually need to be identified. I do want to identify those throwing knives. Let's take a look at the bucklers. 15% faster block rate, chance to block 30%, 26% enhanced defense, and the attacker. I will always take thorns. I love having thorns on stuff. Better defense on that one. This one has defense and thorns, so we're gonna go with that. This one can get sold. Yeah, we'll keep it there. Maybe we can socket that. So these ones will sell off. Hold resist, 30% extra gold. What have I got right now? Fire resist? Yeah. I've been getting colded more than anything else, and having that 33% extra gold would be nice, although +1 to maximum damage. Oh, that's a ring, though. I can equip that in my other ring slot. I would rather have that than the fire. Toss that over there. +5 to life and light and resist, +1 to attack rating. Or 10 to attack rating. Yeah, we're gonna keep that. Glagglaw's Claw, +17 to poison length reduced. Ooh. That one's nice. That one's real nice. That's actually a set item. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. I'm gonna keep this one in the personal stash, just in case I decide I don't like that or something. I usually like to have a backup set in here too, just in case I die and gotta go get stuff. I don't have any gloves right now. I mean, those don't do me a lot of good for my class, but, I mean, better than nothing. +4 to life, +1 to strength, those can be sold. I'm going to keep the Cinnabar Jewel for now. Actually, I'm going to toss that in the shared with the rest of the socketed stuff. Let's see what the boots got. No, my boots are better. Those can be sold. Let's see what we've got on the cap. Oh yeah, we're equipping that. And that can be sold. Shadow suit. Neither of those are, and I don't want to spend the rest of my things here, and I don't feel like spending more money on them, so that cleared up our space a bunch, though. I'm going to keep the socketed items, build up our sockets, and those, so we're going to sell all of that stuff, and then back out. Alright. Throwing knives, throwing knives. So my summon skeleton ones. I think my primary here needs to be the curse. This will be my primary set. And then this will go on the secondary. The primary set needs to be this dude. And I need to start getting my skill keys set up here too. So my primary needs to be the curse. Secondary should probably actually be... my bone armor. And then summon skeletons and golem as needed because they're not dying all that often. Go ahead and summon my bone armor now. Swap back to my dude. We're gonna go back to the cold plane because there was a bunch of stuff that I left here. Cool. Scroll of identify. I am a loot goblin, by the way. I can't run by stuff. I see it, I gotta have it. That's... Yeah, it's so hard for me to run by stuff in this game. I see it and I'm like, I gotta collect everything. I must have all of the everything. I did it again. Just hurled a knife for no reason. Chucked it into the great beyond. Gotta find that battlefield where I left all this stuff. Yeah, there we go. There's a little bit of it.
I am overburdened.
Oh, God, already? Organize your stuff better, man. See, you had plenty of space. See, still got one left. And then there was another battlefield down here where I left a bunch of stuff. Which I'm gonna have to go through again, because
I am overburdened.
Always. That is the name of this game. I need to start getting more selective with the stuff I pick. Yeah, because that is a unique crossbow. We are going to we're gonna get rid of the damaged short bow, and we'll just leave the damaged short bow behind. I don't want to use up my tome, because I'm pretty sure if you use up the tome, you have to get it all over again.
I am overburdened.
Alright, I'm out of space even to pick up the keys. Go ahead and take one of those minor healing potions, and then we can add the keys. I have to get that 1 gold. 1 gold. Can't leave 1 gold behind. Most of that's crap. I think I have some miners, which I will swap out for a light. Not that I'm hurting for those right now. Miner that I will swap out for a light. I need to start getting more selective on the stuff that I pick. And picking up everything, and that's just not going to work. There's just too much. I forgot how much loot this game drops. All of the loots. I believe I picked up some more gold, though. Right? Oh, yeah.
Yes?
There we go. I'm okay with that. What was that crossbow I picked up? Brimstone Fletch. We'll throw that into the stash for another character to use. Rest of that can get sold. I want to combine those keys. There we go. Weird, you can't combine them in the stash. That's so odd. Okay, let's go ahead and... Oh, can't be combined with it. Oh! These cannot be combined together? How strange. I would have thought those could be combined, but I guess not. Okay.
Good day.
Good day to you, Wariv. Wariv?
Good day.
Alright, back out to the field. Oh, and level up while I'm at it, too. Let me go ahead and pump a couple into that. Not really hurting on that. 6 to 16 on my throw damage. Yeah, overcharge the mana. Alright, so I can pump... I can only ever have one golem active at a time. Can't get that until level 12. 18 on that one. Can't get that till level 12. I could raise up the skeletons or give skeleton mastery. But I think at this point... okay, so we're doing amplified damage. That might be good. Double up on the damages there. Only cost 4 mana, but reduce their... But in a 6-yard radius, reduce their damage by 1/3? Hell yes. Okay, yeah, so we will toss that there. Back out to the stony field. We've got the underground passage there. Pretty sure that's where we now want to go next. I know we've got the cairn stones there. I gotta remember what that's for. I believe there's a ritual that you can do there. There is some way to do a ritual. I think that's where you use Wirt's leg with the ritual, and you can go to the cow